All right, people. Dre say, let's talk about it. Remember, we did say we were going to keep you up to date on these Iran-based militia groups that have targeted and killed three of our United States soldiers over in Jordan. And remember, President Biden vowed that he will retaliate, that we will retaliate here in America. We will not allow that to go unanswered. And right now, these videos we have here are President Biden standing on his word, the United States standing on our word, saying that we are not going to tolerate our people being killed. We're here. We were there. We're over there to try to bring peace, to bring change, to try to help the situation, but you're not going to take our people's lives. Man, this is Dre saying, let's talk about it. We're going to continue to talk about it, man. We have some good footage. President Biden, he showed up very big for the families of the slain soldiers. Man, let's just get into this video, man. And like I said, United States have began to put their money where their mouth is, man. Let's get into these videos. Dre said, let's talk about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's continue to talk about it. Here we go, people.
U.S. has launched major retaliatory airstrikes on Iranian backed militants after that deadly drone attack that killed three U.S. soldiers and injured dozens of others in Jordan. The Pentagon tonight saying multiple aircraft were used in the first wave of this mission, including B 1 bombers that flew from the United States, dropping more than 125 precision munitions on 85 targets inside Iraq and Syria, including command and control operations used by these Iranian backed militias and their intelligence hubs. None of the targets inside Iran itself. The first wave of these airstrikes coming shortly after the president and the first lady joined the families of those three fallen soldiers for the dignified transfer at Dover Air Force Base. Sergeant William Rivers, Sergeant Brianna Moffett, and
There they are. Three three soldiers lost. Sergeant William Jerome Rivers, Sergeant Brianna Alexandria Moffett, Sergeant Kennedy Landon Sanders. Three brave souls lost. Um, you know, in this Middle Eastern situation we have, man. I don't know. President Biden is saying that he doesn't want, further conflict with Iran. The United States is saying we don't want further conflict with Iran, but we are attacking those militias that have taken our soldiers, taking these brave souls. We have to make a statement somewhere. I can understand not wanting to escalate the situation, but we have to stand tall and make our promises be made known that we're not going to stand for our soldiers to be mowed down in the line of duty. Um, thank you, Mr. William and Brianna and Kennedy, for your sacrifice. Um, thank you for what you guys paid the ultimate price for our freedom. Thank you all. Let's get back into this video, man. I just wanted to pay tribute to these young fallen soldiers. Hey, let's go. Let's keep it going.
Sergeant Kennedy Sanders. Sanders and Moffett promoted to sergeant posthumously, returning home now to their families. President Biden tonight issuing a statement saying, if you harm an American, we will respond. Tonight, U.S. authorities.
That's a bold statement, and that is being backed up boldly by these strikes that target those rebels over in those Iranian rebels. Hey, you have to do what you have to do because, like I said before, like President Biden said, we cannot stand for our soldiers to be um, taken out um, like that. So let's keep going. Let's keep it going, guys.
He's now saying this will be a multi target, multi day operation. The White House saying just moments ago the strikes tonight have been successful and that all aircraft is now out of harm's way. ABC's chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce leading us off tonight.
Tonight, the powerful retaliation the U.S. had promised, unleashing a major counterstrike on Iran-backed militants in Iraq and Syria, a direct response to the drone attack that killed 3 American soldiers and injured more than 40 on a remote U.S. base in Jordan. The U.S. saying the airstrikes began at 4 p.m., hitting 85 targets in 7 locations inside Iraq and Syria, including command and control operations centers and intelligence hubs, taking out rockets, missiles, and attack drones belonging to militia.
Wow. Um, this is some these are some serious attacks that the United States, some serious steps, man. We have made letting these Iranian militants know that we're not here to play. You know, we are going to stand behind our people, and that's what it's all about, people. That's what we're here to do as Americans. We have to stand tall for our military personnel. They're out there. They're putting their lives on the line, and I really I can say um, I'm backing President Biden on this situation, and I hope that they said that they're going to continue to strike and continue to let these people know that we're not to be played with. So I'm hoping Biden, continue. I believe he is going to continue to keep that promise and continue to do what's necessary to let these militias know that we will not back down. You will not take our people. No way.
Groups and their Iranian sponsors who facilitated attacks against U.S. and coalition forces. The U.S. dropping more than 125 precision munitions from multiple aircraft, including B 1 bombers that flew from the U.S. President Biden tonight saying this is the first wave of a response that will continue at times and places of our choosing, and warning the United States does not seek conflict in the Middle East or anywhere else in the world. But let all those who might seek to do us harm know this: if you harm an American, we will respond. Notably, none of today's strikes hit Iran directly. The president remains concerned, not wanting to start a wider war. Just hours before, a powerful reminder of the weight of these decisions. The president performing one of his most solemn duties as commander in chief, witnessing the dignified transfer of the 3 service members killed in Jordan. One by one, their flag draped cases carefully carried across the tarmac. The president placing his hand over his heart alongside the First Lady and Defense Secretary Austin, honoring the fallen. 46-year-old Sergeant William Jerome Rivers, who wanted to serve his country since he was a little boy, enlisting at the age of 34. Sergeant Brianna Alexandria Moffett, following in her mother's footsteps, joining the military on her first deployment, her mother calling her their hero and angel. Brianna turned 23 just 9 days before she was killed. And 24-year-old Sergeant Kennedy Landon Sanders, a beloved youth basketball and soccer coach in her hometown of Waycross, Georgia. Sanders volunteering for deployment so she could travel the world. The president meeting with their families earlier in the day. And tonight, the heartbreaking moment, that soldier closing the door. The bodies of
Hmm. That's it, people, man. That's the last journey, man. That's sad. This young man and these young ladies, they paid the ultimate sacrifice, man. They paid the ultimate price for our freedom, and I really truly appreciate how our the military, our President Biden, they're standing tall, letting making a statement, even though they don't want further conflict with Iran or in the Middle East or anything, but they are standing tall and letting these militias know that whatever you do, you will not take the lives of our soldiers. You will not take the lives of U.S. soldiers, man, and that's not. That was a bold statement, and if you leave that unanswered, who knows what would have been the next thing or what's the next attack. So, man, um, Biden and his administration and U.S. military, they had to do what they had to do. Others may try to, say that they were wrong or, oh man, you're bullying. I mean, come on. No, because it's just letting people know that we're not going to stand for our people being killed out there. We're there to hold peace, to try to keep peace, try to make things better, and respect that. So hats off to Biden and his administration and to the U.S. military. Those three soldiers that lost their lives and their families. My condolences. My condolences from Drace. Let's talk about it. We're going to continue to talk about this. Here we go, people. Man, this is a sad situation, somber situation here. I look at this young lady here. She closed those doors. That's the final time. That's those soldiers' final ride. Um, all right, let's keep it going, guys. Here we go.
Of the fallen now on their final journey home.
That was quite an image late today. Mary Bruce with us live from the White House. And Mary, what more are you learning tonight about how long this U.S. retaliation will now last and what's still to come here?
Well, David, the White House is making it clear this is just the beginning. Spokesman John Kirby saying this began tonight, but it does not end tonight. We expect this to play out over the coming days, hitting many more targets. The White House saying they believe these strikes were successful, that they will degrade and disrupt these militias. But again, their goal here is to stop these relentless attacks on U.S. service members, not to start a war with Iran. David.
You heard it from the horse's mouth, people. They are these attacks that we are answering back to and with. Um, it's not to start a war. So anyone out there, these other countries, Iraq and Iran, that are they want to rant and rave and say, oh, the United States, they're trying to bully us or try to make this all out war. No, this is from the horse's mouth. We are not looking for further military action. We're not looking for further conflict with anyone. We just want to let these militias know that we will not stand for you taking our people lives. That's it, and that's a bold statement from United States. And we have to just stand tall and stand behind our president, whether we voted or not, or like him or not. Like I said before in my other video, man, the president is like, you know, kind of like the father figure for the country. Whoever voted and put him in there, he's there. If you didn't vote for him, if you voted for someone else, they lost. Hey, that's the American way. So at the end of the day, once you lose, your people lose. Um, we just have to stand behind the ones that were chosen, and just like I did with Trump. Trump was in office, man. I'm not gonna bash Trump and talk noise about him. He's our president. He was our leader at the time, and we ought to back him up and try to just and pray for him and make sure that he makes the right decisions, and pray that he makes the right decisions for our country. So, man, we have to, continue to stand tall. Hey, we're on Dre say we're going to continue to talk about this. Dre said, let's talk about it. Let's continue to talk about it. We do have another video that I want to share with you all. Okay, people. Like we said before, we're going to continue to talk about this, man, here on Dre Say. Dre Say, let's talk about it. Um, President Biden and the United States military has already started our strikes back to let these Iranian militants, these Iranian militia know that we are not going to stand for our people being mowed down. Let's get into the second video, man. Dre say, let's talk about it. We are going to continue to talk about it here on Dre say.
As expected, the retaliation has begun. The U.S. military unleashing airstrikes in the Middle East.
Today's air assault, a response to that drone strike that killed 3 U.S. troops in Jordan last weekend. Terrence Lee at the live desk tonight with new video from Iraq and Syria. Terrence.
I'll show you that footage in just a little bit. I want to catch you up with what we know right now. We know the U.S. hit more than 85 targets, all sites used by Iranian-backed militias. And our president made it clear this is just the beginning, but the White House is stressing the U.S. is not looking.
Just the beginning. This is just the beginning, folks. And hey, I don't blame Biden. I don't blame the administration for any little bit of what they're doing, man. They have to stand tall behind our people. When someone boldly take the lives of American citizens, of American soldiers, hey, we have to stand tall and let these folks know that we're not about that. That is not going to happen.
Looking for a war with Iran. Now, you're looking at the video here. It's posted on social media showing some of the strikes. Now, in this footage, you see a missile launching into the night sky, huge plumes of smoke as well. Tonight, the militias are reporting their headquarters have been destroyed, and some are reporting significant casualties. Fox News is reporting the targets were carefully.
They said headquarters have been destroyed for these militias, and some of them are reporting significant casualties. Man, that is, hey, that's the price you pay when you mess with the USA. Hey, man, just being honest, man, like I said before, I bleed red, white, and blue. Um, these service members that lost their lives, that was unnecessary. These guys, and from what I've, gathered and understand that these militias, they've been attacking, different little places, little spots where uh, American citizens are, American cargo ships and different things like that since October, I believe. And so they, hit the jackpot this time, and they've actually taken out the lives of 3 of our soldiers. And um, you know, that's it. You cross that line. That's America has been warning them for months on end to stop these attacks, to stop doing what you're doing, stop threatening our people. But now they have, they've done it now. They've crossed that line, and now America has to answer back. So anyone out there that's saying, "Oh well, why are they bullying Iran and these militia?" Come on, man. You have to realize, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. It's not like in the schoolyard where sometimes you can get the 2 kids together and talk them down to bully, and give them a lesson on bullying, and he'll back down. No, these people have been going at it for months on end, and America has been letting them know, hey man, stop this, stop these attacks. But they continue to do it, and now they've crossed that line. So now we have to react, and we have to react in a strong manner. So, hey, President Biden, um, United States military, you got Dre Say's backing all the way. Let's go.
Selected to avoid civilian casualties. We've also learned U.S. warplanes conducted all the airstrikes, not Navy vessels. Shortly after the attacks were confirmed, the president said, if you harm an American, we will respond. Tonight, the impact these strikes will have is not immediately clear, but political science professor Stephen Caliendo from North Central College told me we will see the political impact in the immediate future.
What's going to be the response from Republican leaders? What's going to be the response from former President Trump or candidate Nikki Haley, Governor Nikki Haley, who's a candidate for president? Will there be any solidarity with the administration, or will this be another opportunity for them to criticize the Biden administration? You know, sometimes when you have a national tragedy, as you do when you have service members killed in the line of duty, sometimes people rally together and use that for a moment to.
Like he said it best. Will this be another opportunity for the Republican Party to, nitpick at Biden and the Biden administration on what they're not doing, what they did not do, how fast they did it, how slow they retaliated, how fast they retaliated? Is it going to be a nitpicking, or is it going to be a coming together and saying, hey, kudos, you did a great job. This is what we're supposed to do. This is what we have to do to um just make a statement and let these people, you have to be calculated. So you can't just jump out there and do it the next day or the day of. You have to calculate it. You have to understand what's going on. You have to know who you're attacking, where you're attacking, and you did what you're supposed to do. Or are they going to go the opposite route? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Will we get together on this and back each other as Americans, or are we going to continue to find reason to point fingers? Let's find out as time go on. Dre said, "Let's talk about it." We're going to continue to follow up with this.
To reflect, but we're in the heat of election season for presidential election, and so both Republican members of Congress, who of course very vital to that effort, as well as the candidates themselves, may have something to say.
Many GOP.
Okay, hey, we've heard it from the horse's mouth, people. America has began our strikes back, letting these Iranian militants and Iranian militia groups know that we will not stand for you taking the lives of our people. And we're going to see how America answers to this. We know that other countries like Iraq have already spoken out and saying different things, that they are against America uh, attacking these militia groups and coming at them. But hey, you know, it is what it is with that. But we have to do what we have to do. Like I said before, to stand tall for our people. Our service members were lost in that attack, in that vicious attack that was unnecessary, because they were warned for months to stop these attacks. They continued to nitpick until they crossed that line. And now America has to push them back across that line, let them know we're not the one to be played with. So are we, as Americans, are we going, I know it's election season, president election season, so we're going to see what these president elects and, the Republican and Democrats what are they going to say? Are they going to join together on this front, or are they going to make this a divided situation. Only time will tell. Let's see within the next few hours or so, because as we wake up in the morning, we'll find out what's been said and what's been heard. And here we go, people. Dre said, "Let's talk about it. Let's continue to talk about this. Like, comment, subscribe." This is Dre Say, man. Hey, I told you we're going to continue this content, and let's keep it going. You guys, I need you guys to like these videos, comment on these videos, get in here, man, watch these videos, because I'm trying to, I want to stick around here with YouTube and continue to, bring you guys the here and now. Let's continue to talk about it on Dre Say.